Good morning. And first and foremost, happy birthday to Kirsty Thompson. Thank you very much for joining us here at Lengro Live. How are you guys? Are you ready for Christmas? Have you got into town yet and ran back to your door wanting a hot chocolate and a little bit of comfort? Well, you found it, guys, right here with us today, where you're going to get some readings, not for free. We're going to play some little games that won't cost you a penny, guys. But I do need some help with that because I've got so many readings that I want to give. What do we need? We need a bit of somebody else's gossip, really. We need a bit of a discussion of the day to get you all feel like giving your problems to me. And one thing that we'd like to do, Sam Clements, good morning to you, is we would like to help you solve problems as a group on these Lengro lives as well. Let's see who can help us. Let's see who there first of all. Hello, beautiful. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm very well, thank you.
I'm not going to lie, I was a bit scatty this morning. I was organised chaos, wasn't I?
We're like that most mornings though, so that's fine.
Well, all right. I'm not going to, look, Jack, we may be on a live, yeah, but everyone knows that we're friends off air, so there's no point pretending, yeah, all right? I've been saying goodbye. Well, I think I'm saying goodbye to this little fella. Do you want to tell people why? I mean...
Well, not really, because we both lost the bet. We did have a bet at the beginning of I'm a Celeb on who we thought was going to be the winner, and we were both wrong.
It was over these two we've fallen out, though, isn't it? Look.
Well, that's a bit of a dilemma.
That is a dilemma. So I'm thinking, why don't we I'm going to put this £10 note, guys, that might be winging its way to Jack. Anyway, aside for now, why don't you tell people about our dilemma of the day?
Yes, well, if you've been watching I'm a Celeb, you will have seen a bit of tension between AJ Pritchard and Shane Ritchie. Due to their cleaning standards, AJ was annoyed with Shane because he said he couldn't wash the dishes up properly. But the row has actually now gone beyond the camp between AJ's fans and Shane Ritchie's son, Shane Nolan. And Shane is sticking up for his dad, and he said, well, my dad just can't clean. And anybody that knows him knows he can't clean. His wife knows he can't clean. So what I want to know is it a man thing? Is it our fault as mums that we've brought our sons up different to our daughters and men can't clean as well as women? Or is it just a person thing? Some people can clean and some people can't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let us know your thoughts.
Sonia Lewis, we are going to get to card readings. No worries about that. But we are going to just get the dilemma of the day out there. And of course, we've got to go to Oz and bring somebody over here from Oz and lots of different things. I'm just going to bring somebody else on who's got a very strong opinion of that. Where is she? There she is.
Good morning. How are you all?
Good.
Good, thank you.
Hi, everybody. There's a few there. Hi, Sam. Hi, Sonia. Morning, Carmen. Morning, Tony. Good to see you. Especially since I've been on. It's nice to be here.
It is very nice to be here. So can I just ask you then, what is your opinion? Do you think that men are taught differently from women with sort of looking after a home and washing up, etc.?
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I suppose for me, I feel like there is definitely, I think, a generation shift. I think for sort of my age, because we live, you don't always, you don't move in straight away with your wife or husband, and sometimes you might live with a housemates and things like that, like when you're at uni and things like that. And I think I was never taught to clean, and in fact, I'm not that great at it.
She's not, guys, she's not. But listen, there's a knock at the door. And it's come all the way from Oz. And Shane Patton, I've seen you before, and I'd like to know where you are. Are you near my beautiful M? Let's bring her on. M.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, beautiful. But I want to ask your opinion. Obviously, Gem's going to carry on with the dilemma in just a moment, and then we're going to play a game for some amazing free readings today. Now, because you're all the way in Oz, I'm going to show you something now. This is Shane Ritchie on the left, very famous, very classic person who I backed because I thought, the country loves him, got that humour. And here on the right, Jack, tell us who we've got.
That's AJ Pritchard, and he's a dancer. So you've probably never even heard of either of them, Em, have you?
I don't know. The one on the left looks a bit like Doctor Who. Was he Doctor Who? No.
Can I just tell you something? I've got to tell you something, because the one on the left, Shane Ritchie, who's really famous, he's actually in a famous soap opera over here in England. Carmen's married to
Coronation Street. Yes, no, I used to love Coronation
No,
Street.
EastEnders.
Get a bit down near London.
EastEnders.
EastEnders, isn't it?
EastEnders.
Down south.
Who was he on EastEnders?
EastEnders.
Who was he on? What was his character called?
Jem, could you take control, please? Because I don't watch it in our house. I'm always live or something.
Alfie Moon.
He's Alfie Moon.
Alfie Moon. I don't know if I knew him. I used to like EastEnders too. Sorry.
And Alfie.
So, could you? There's a fellow Oz there, because you are sort of Oz and English. I can put you into both categories. Shane is in. Let's have a look. He is in Bendigo.
Bendigo. Oh, that's not too far from me at all. About an hour and a half. Oh no, maybe 2 hours. Not sure.
Can you read out his comment and tell us?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah?
It all depends. If you buy your own house and renovate it, gives you that sense of pride, and you want to keep it clean and look after it. Yeah, that's really, really true. And my husband is actually renovating our house at the moment. So, and I think also after renovations, it's such a mess when you're renovating that once the renovations are over, you really, really want to keep it clean, because you've just had these months of just chaos. So, Shane, I'm with you there.
Dust. And the dust.
Gemma, could you read out?
Stays around forever.
Gem, could you read out the next comment, please? Because only you would know how to answer this one.
Oh, it's Mitch. It's Mitch, of course. I'm a good cleaner, apparently. Many people call me a scrubber. See, I've never been called a scrubber because I'm not a good cleaner.
That's not the first as well. So I know that everybody wants the reading. We've got lots of other things to discuss as well. But who should we play a game with? Because I brought a game, and Carmen Ingram, look at that. Yep, she understands it's stressful. Maybe we can help people with some readings. We also want to know if you've got a problem that we can all solve. Sometimes when I give advice, it's not just as a clairvoyant or an astrologer, it's as a woman of my age who's been where I've been. And as you can see, you know, we've got Emmy Odds, who's beautifully well-traveled. We've got Winging It, Singing It. We've got Underneath the Covers. We've got everybody that you need right here this morning, plus free readings. And I'm sure some of you have probably got better advice than all four of us put together. So why don't we use this Lengro Live to help you guys as well? I fancy a game of blankety blank in order for a reading.
I used to love that.
Yeah.
Okay, Ruth Townsend's watching, so let me get some cards together. Okay, the first person, Mitch, could you please choose which one of the girls should go first, please? I want Mitch to choose which one of the girls is going to go first. And I bought these blankety blank cards. Ladies, could you please just look around you and grab a pen and paper, please? Thank you very much. Okay. I feel like I'm doing
Look at that.
Okay, so let's shuffle the cards up. The first person.
So happy to have one.
Please either comment a name of one of the girls here, please. We're just going to take that banner off. There we go. And we're going to put that one up as well, because what are we here for, ladies at Lengro?
Here to uplift and support.
Indeed. Okay, so let's see if anybody's picked a name, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do.
No, Mum, ask Mum to do it. Mum's watching.
Okay,
She's watching downstairs.
Lovely. Emma.
Pick a name, Mum. Pick a name. Oh, Emma. Sonia's picked one. Emma.
So what I would
Hi,
like
Sonia.
to, let's have a look. I'm trying to pick one and I don't know which one to pick. Okay, so did you hear? And Emma, I want you to write an answer, and whatever you write, so you all know what Emma's like, okay? If you want to put a word to describe Em, you can. So you've got to go along the thinking of the lines of Em. And I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to comment the blankety blank. When we've seen a few comments, when Emma recognizes her answer, she will pick a winner and you will get a reading with moi. Okay. I don't really know how they talk to on blanket. Okay.
It was Terry Wogan, wasn't it? Was it Terry?
I don't know. I was going to make myself bigger, but you know what? We won't waste time. Let's have a look. There we go. Okay. So here is your question. Morning, Jack. Okay. Morning all. Okay. Blanky blank.
So I write my answer big, do I?
Write your answer big, but don't let anybody else see it.
No.
Did you hear about the faith healer who specialized in animals? He lost an arm trying to cure a lion with black. Okay. So I'm going to type that question very quickly. Did you hear about the faith healer who specialized in animals? Okay, spelling's not great here, guys. He lost an arm.
It's the loudest typing in the world.
I am the loudest. Yeah, there you go. Okay, but at least it's up for anyone that didn't have a chance to hear me. There we go. It's come up from all of us, actually. There you go. So there is a question. If you would like a reading right now with me, and then we will carry on and play some games. That's it. Okay, now I've got to get back to the comments, which I've lost. There we go. Okay, I'm looking for anybody to answer that question. Thank you. Shane said I'm a quick typer, but I'm not very good at washing up. Actually, going back.
Okay, Shane, come on.
Yeah. You'll confirm that my washing up is rubbish, won't you?
Oh, I mean, I'm not great at washing up, but Clunks is a whole nother ball game.
I am.
And I end up, or somehow always end up tidying up.
Okay, so listen, guys, look at the question. Let's see. Jem, could you read out the question, please?
Did you hear about the faith healer who specialized in animals? He had an arm trying to cure a lion with a blank.
Oh, we've got
Sonia Lewis has said tablet. Debbie Ball has said crystal.
No.
Oh, Em says no matches. Oh, no matches yet.
Blankety blank. I told you I can't dance. That's right. I'm going to get my ready.
What does he do?
Ruth Townsend has said bone.
No.
And Shane, I don't have a dishwasher. I wash up by hand as well. I wouldn't want a dishwasher. I like the space, the extra space. Let's have a look.
Bone was good, Ruth Townsend.
Yeah, for more stuff.
That was clever.
I tell you what, I was.
Laura Jane's healing hand.
Laura Jane Davidson. I think she's definitely close enough. I said laying on hands.
Yeah.
So, congratulations.
Absolutely love that. So what we're going to do to slightly change things up is you're going to get me live later on tonight on my page, and I'm over on Derek Akora's page, guest hosting at 8 p.m. tonight. But what we thought we'd do is use all our skills for your problems. So Laura, I'm going to shuffle and I'm going to pick you a card. But if there's anything that you would like to type to tell the Lengro ladies, maybe there's one lady in particular that you want to ask a question to, and maybe our followers can help as well. So there are the comments this size, I think, while I shuffle the cards. Let's have a little look. Pat Taylor's just got up, girls.
Hi, Pat.
Good morning. While you're shuffling, Claire, can I just tell everybody, last week, to celebrate our 6-month anniversary, Lengro launched on Instagram. Woo! So if you are on Instagram, please look us up at Lengro Magazine, and you'll find us, and we're sharing all our advent calendar and everything there as well today over the Christmas period, which is really fun.
Absolutely love that. So Laura Jane Davidson, I have picked a card for you. I've picked 3 cards for you, in fact, and it shows that you've come a long way. So the person that you were before is not the person you are today. And I know from that card that although you've got regrets, you like yourself better now. You're not who you expected yourself to be, but I don't think, looking at you, Laura, that you would ever have known obviously who you're going to grow into. There's clearly lots of mazes within you. But at the moment, what we see is the Ace of Wands. And aces are always good in tarot cards. But when they're undignified, your Vado, your wagon has hit a hitch at the moment. And I get the feeling clairvoyantly that you feel that your hands are tied. The answer to your problems is in Honey, who is aged in this card, to show you indeed that she's got the advice you need. It's about earning money, Laura. And I feel that you can't do what you want to as a living, which could well be linked with the esoteric. It could well be linked with healing hands itself. You know, there's a link there, I think, with why you got the answer. But let me say, in the meantime, what do, girls? We do what we need to do to get by till we can get to where we need to be. And that's very much the essence of your reading at the moment as well. There's a question for you, Em. Would you like to answer that question, please, from a lovely follower?
The Aussie Chickie, are you a psychic medium and do you know Jason Varga? No on both, I'm afraid, Shane. I'm sorry. But I will definitely look Jason Varga up.
Sorry, guys, I was just trying to give us some nicer. That's better. I like that much better. Lou is here as well, the maker of my cold coffees. Do you think you fancy making me a cold coffee?
I'm just having some breakfast. I'll make one after.
Okay. Do you? There was something. I want you all to know that I'm a really good mother. Your lesson for today, darling, is it's actually a national day today. Did you know that today is the day that they banned alcohol? Oh no, that they allowed alcohol drinking after prohibition again. Is that great?
Wow.
News?
It would have been a big party, that, wouldn't it?
I've got something to tell you all before I do another reading. This was my face, okay, when I read this particular thing. Let me just tell you, and this is something that used to be stopped. There's Gems, and I say our mummy because we share her. So on the December 5th, National Repeal Day commemorates the day prohibition ended in the United States. And how you observe National Repeal Day is, as always, drink responsibly. What does that mean, Jim? Does that mean you need to have a drink when it's that day, or?
Drink responsibly. Use both hands.
Oh yeah.
Drink responsibly. I think the key is everything in moderation. I think also another good tip to drinking responsibly is kind of know your drink. Like, that's how I feel as an older woman now. Kind of, you know what does not make you feel rubbish, does send you over the edge. Like, and just kind of then stick to what you know. Don't get swayed. Although sometimes when you're out and about, the shots come flowing, and you know.
No. I think me and Em
do drink everything in moderation.
Because there's the sensible ones over there, Em.
Yeah.
Me and Em since we were 21 together. I've got to go back to the question. I really do. Let's have a look. And I would like to know what national day, or what other national day it is as well, please, Jack and Em. So Laura Jane Davidson, if you've got any advice for her as well, and you guys out there as well, please. And don't forget as well that Laura Ann Renwick, if you are gifted and you are psychic and you're looking to grow your business and you're a woman, she's running an amazing 5-day challenge. Today is one of your last days to get signed up for it. It starts Monday. Do contact Laura Ann. It's about how to work on social media with things like I do. I'm even doing it. You can never stop learning, can you? And she is the woman for the job. So I always get told that I'm a healer, that I have a gift. What do they mean by that, and how do I work on it? Gemstones are a great way of connecting yourself and using crystals as well. Clear quartz is great to begin with, of course, because it's a master connector and healer. The key to developing clairvoyance is a centuries, lifelong, many lifetimes old secret. I'll share it. It's about trusting in what you feel. Yeah. And so in life, when we go into a relationship or we go into a job and we've got that feeling of heaviness, that is your senses kicking in. And gypsies can't believe that gorgeous non-Romanis don't use it. And every time that people do, their life is better. You ask anybody, what happens when they do that. Then that's one for you, because it's alcohol.
Yeah, gin and white wine.
You know, white wine.
Not together, obviously.
Let's have a little look there. Shane Patton, indeed. You want to know if any of the girls have spent time with native tribes. Well, let's ask them. Girls, have you ever had any experiences with shamans? Or I think you need to tell Shane, I'm going to take his title off now. We're about to do another quiz for a reading. I think you ought to introduce yourself, girls. Let's start with Jack. Jack, do you want to take Shane beneath the covers and tell him what you do in Lengro?
So I'm Jack from Beneath the Covers, and my page is called Beneath the Covers. And in the magazine, I write about books and celebrities and midlife and all sorts of things, really. And Em and I have got a joint page called Twin Flames, where we give you some short stories every week. And we also do a Leading Ladies page where we do film and TV series reviews. So that's what I do.
Absolutely love that. Okay, Em, what happens down in Oz for Lengro?
Oh, well, yeah, my page is called Em's World. And basically I write about my experiences in Oz and just, things that happen in life and whatever takes my fancy, really. It's kind of a very fluid page, depending on the theme of the week, etc. So, yeah, and I also work on the other two pages with the lovely Jackie.
Lovely. But now throw the ball to Jem.
Jem.
Catch it. I'm rubbish at that. Really rubbish. My page is called Winging It, Singing It, and it's basically a little bit about motherhood. Well, quite a lot about motherhood. Usually, the kids usually feature quite heavily in the page, and it's about very real parenting and life, and we often have things about different crafting activities we do, so it's quite a good mummy page, but also I try and feature a little bit more as well about my professional career as a singing teacher and how I've worked with people. I've not been able to write about too much of that, really, because there's not a lot of that been happening this year. So hopefully as things pick up there, we'll be able to have a little bit more of that coming through. But yeah, lots of keeping it very real on my page and the highs and lows of life. And then knowing that actually that's okay and we're all just winging it. We're all just blagging it most of the time. And do you know what? That's all right. That's fine by me.
Absolutely love it.
Can I just say hello to Catherine Kelly and Ashlyn? I was wondering where you two ladies were this morning, but they have popped up now, so they've woken up.
Well, do you know what? I woke up tired with my Claire Pechalengo puffy face, and I couldn't get up this morning. So have you all felt the same? I mean, how have you been? Don't forget astrologically, and I'll be talking about this more tonight, there's a huge Jupiter-Saturn conjunction at 0 degrees of Aquarius. It means we're going to be jolting forward, but with structure that's forced upon us, not from us. It's how you take that journey. So I'm a clairvoyant and astrologer. Most famous at the moment, I hope, for Claire Pechalengo Romany Gypsy Tarot cards, which are brand new cards to help you learn about yourself. Now, Shane, you say I have Native American blood in me, and I think one of the reasons I have abilities myself. So I come from a race of Romany gypsies, and just like Native Americans, we are a tribe, and we're a tribe that feel that we were sort of thrown, so we had to roam, we had no fixed abodes and nomads. And what I think we've got in common, Shane, is people like that then use their senses more because that's how they survive. Romany gypsies lived on the road, they traveled in Vardos, and obviously Native Americans were sort of living in their encampments. And so within that, you draw more on your special gifts, so that when I was talking to my mother and grandmother, I swear as a child, one look, and I knew she'd want me to go and get the potatoes to go with the dinner from the cupboard or something else. And I don't think that's such a strange thing. And I would like to hear from you guys to find out how many of you have had similar experiences. I know that Linda is watching, who's Gemma's mum, who was my nanny when my mum was busy and working. And I think that she will also comment on the fact that my mother often woke up on a whim and followed her senses. And it was amazing to watch. But as a child, I didn't know that it was anything different going on. It's only from other people's reactions. So maybe the key is, Shane, mix with those who have the same senses as you.
We've all got it in us, I think. And I think, like sometimes when you hear the phone ring and you just know who's on the other end, little things like that. I think we've all got it in us. It's whether we're open to learning about it and acknowledging it, and because you've been brought up like that.
Definitely. And Yeah, and Claire has always said that she feels that Casey's got a very strong intuition, and there are times where she does astound us. She's got 100% track record on guessing the sex of people's babies. 100% track record, gets it right every time. And this morning, because she didn't stay up to watch the final of I'm a Celebrity, she wanted to know who won. And I said, give me your prediction. And she got all three in the right order.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm holding as long as I can here. I really, really am. We had this. Now I'm going to play a game. I think I'm going to pick Jack next for the blankety blank. Let's have a little look. I wanted to show you this because there's something else that's going on today as well. We're talking about best and worst Christmas presents, but who knew about this?
Oh, yes. Did you know about that, Em?
No, I didn't. But that sounds absolutely fantastic. I love bathtubs. For ages and ages over here, we only had a shower, and it just drove me absolutely crazy. And in the way my husband had been brought up, it was mainly showers that they took, and he just couldn't understand why I wanted a bath. And when we eventually put one in, it was the happiest day of my life. And now, hopefully, soon I'll have a super big bath. I'll have my spa.
Oh, I'm with Jay on this one. I'm a shower girl. I love showers.
Are you?
Bath.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
no. I love a bath. Usually I have a shower, but once in a while.
Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. Ask the followers, guys. Are you a shower or are you a bath person? So bath tub party day encourages us all to skip the ordinary shower, and linger in the tub instead. I'm a tub girl. On December the 5th, add some suds to the tub. You have to gather your favourite bath bomb, a good book, a glass of Moscato, and let the worries of the day fade away. You can use hashtag bathtub party day to join the party on social media, apparently.
Well, Claire,
you couldn't have a glass of Moscato in the shower, Jax, could you?
No.
Or read your book. You know.
Or a bath bomb.
You and I, that could be good. It might water it down in the shower.
Yeah, probably make you feel better.
Love you, Ruth.
Bath for Ruth.
Yeah, well, if you're going to use your essential oils in the shower, you can probably spray it around. But in the bath, we can kind of run it with a bit of milk.
You made some great bath bombs, didn't you, Claire, this week?
I did make some good bath bombs, and I will be showing them later on. We've got some videos that I've got to upload. But we were asking another question, and then we're gonna ask you a question, which is, can you please tell us? I'm going to ask the girls later on. What was your worst Christmas present you've ever had? Jack, you and I were discussing this, and we actually had the same answer. I think we were doing your connection. So
I know one
answer. So do you know the answer?
I know the answer, yeah.
I'm going to quickly show you what ours is, and I'm going to come. Hold on. There's Jackie's best Christmas present, I think, is it?
Oh, that's my best.
Oh, beautiful.
Actually, our most hated present that I go out of my way to have is a onesie. I could not. You will never get a onesie.
My husband bought me a onesie. It must have been over 20 years ago now, before onesies had even come out. He gave me this present on Christmas. And I opened it and I thought, why has he bought me a giant baby grow? I just couldn't understand it at all. And I didn't want to say anything. So I bought it once and that was it.
You know what I mean?
Oh, a big baby grow. I didn't get it.
They're very hard to go to the toilet from, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Like, how do you go to the toilet from there?
Take it all off and go to the toilet.
Like, you've got to totally undress. And in the winter, that's not what you want to do.
No.
They're weird.
Very weird.
Right, I'm going to ask another question. And while I ask the question, a blankety blank question,
Did you want to know my worst present?
Yeah, I want to know your very worst present. I'm sure there must have been a few along the way. I know who you dated before Jay.
Well, look, he was so proud. Like, he was so proud. And I went in the living room. He was like, I bought you the best Christmas present, the best. And I walked in the living room. It was a wheelbarrow.
You win. You go, take the prize.
He was so proud though. He'd wrapped it up and put bows on it and everything.
Oh,
And I tried so hard to smile, but I just wanted to cry. I was like, wheelbarrow.
really? Wheelbarrow.
Keep
That's
working.
fine.
Wow. But can I ask you a question, Em? Would you rather have had a onesie? Because I'd rather have the
No,
wheelbarrow.
I wouldn't actually. No. To be honest, I'd like at least a wheelbarrow is useful. Like
Yeah.
onesies, just
Yeah.
they're just a recipe to wet yourself. I'm so sorry, but that whole getting undressed in the middle of the winter to go for a week
No.
just doesn't work.
No.
I'm a
too much.
Scorpio, and I've also had the training of my mother, who was a Pisces. So I'm sure Linda watching will agree. My husband would have slept in the wheelbarrow outside that night.
In the onesie.
Oh, but he was so impressed that he was so proud.
Okay, let's give a reading, and let's give a reading away by asking a question. I might ask you to take myself off screen while I type it, so you can't hear me typing so hard. When I'm doing that, Jem, could you please tell everybody your worst Christmas present that you've been bought? Hold on. Okay. Here is a question for you, Jack. Do you have a piece of paper and a pen at hand? Guys, if you would like to win a free reading, all you have to do is think along the lines of, get beneath the covers with Jack and give me the blankety blank answer to this question. Let's have a look. There we go. Oh, no, wrong one. Hold on. That doesn't work, does it? There we go. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, for a free reading with me, did you hear about we've done that. We've done that one. Let's find another one. Okay, so
Come on.
I once told Jamie Oliver how to make a Birkenhead omelette. Birkenhead? What's Birkenhead? No, we're not having that one.
Is that a place?
No, it's gone. Guys, I want something.
Yeah,
It's Liverpool, isn't it? It's near Liverpool.
It's what?
Okay.
It's near Liverpool, isn't it? Birkenhead.
I thought it was a place.
Yeah. Shane's got the native in him. Everybody else is feeling a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Brenda. I wonder if that's Mitch's Brenda. Shush, Claire. Brenda, the aging flamenco dancer, lost her castanets years ago. Instead, she uses her. Okay. I'm going to type this up. I'm going to bring you girls on. Here you go.
Blank. She uses her blank. Okay. So castanets. She lost her castanets. Instead, she uses her blank. She's going to type it up. So now you're going to hear about my worst present. Now, I was thinking about this. This is quite hard because my worst present was actually like quite a good present. One year, David bought me a Dyson for Christmas, which I was like, yes, a Dyson. And then I was like, my husband bought me a Hoover for Christmas. So I was like, oh, yes, it was my first Dyson. So I was really excited to get the proper good Hoover. But then I was like, my husband's just bought me a Hoover for Christmas. Is that where we're at? Is that where we're at?
I totally understand. So, but it was a Dyson.
I'm definitely too mindful.
Right, hold on.
It was exactly, and I was like, it was my first Dyson, and I really wanted one. I was like, but he could have maybe bought me one in the sale and then bought me something else for Christmas.
He could. I wouldn't have that.
But I've got feedback on Jem.
I
I'm taking Jem off for 1 second because I know people will leave. Jem, can you put some headphones in for me, darling, or something? Because I've got the reverb coming on there. So let's have a look. Here we go. So can I ask you, Jack, first of all, have you written down your answer?
I have, but it's not a very good answer. That was quite a hard one.
Why do you think I'm asking the questions and you're answering? My answer? They'd never get it. Okay, so Em, could you read the question, please, to Jack? And then, Jack, I'm going to bring up some answers. If you spot the answer that you wrote, please do let us know.
Okay, so Brenda, the aging flamenco dancer, lost her castanets years ago. Instead, she uses her blank.
Well, guess what? Guess what? Catherine Kelly has got the right answer.
Catherine Kelly! Well done.
Fantastic. Well done, Catherine. That was quick.
So deserve that, Catherine. You really, really do. And listen, Catherine, use and abuse my girls. They're here. If you want to put a question to them or a problem to them, you've seen how they live the Lengro life. And if there's something you want to ask them today, think of it like calling your best friends on a Saturday morning for a coffee and a catch up as well. Your Shane said hands from Australia. Sonia Lewis said fingers. Let's have a little look. Catherine Kelly, let's give you 3 cards as well. Do feel free, please, to post. She's going, yay. Okay. So what we see, Catherine Kelly, is that with your sword card that you've got, the 5 of Swords is a time of contemplation that you've already been through. And that can suggest often waiting for family members to grow up so that you can become the person that you want to be. Can I say, with that card being dignified, you've been a really good mum or mother figure, and you've done well for others. And it seems at the moment, can you see that we're building a home here? Everything was going so well. And this is very much the common occurrence for this year, isn't it? Things putting on hold. So was somebody close to you supposed to go to a new structure, a new building, and either the building's not available anymore, or maybe it's education that's been frozen? Don't worry, because this younger person doesn't want to help themselves at the moment, but they will come to fruition by the spring equinox. So wands mean the spring equinox. That's from March the 21st. So by March, things are looking up for a younger person. Can I suggest just be you? With all the way that life is changing, sometimes when I said about the Jupiter and Saturn effect for all of us, it's very much about you deciding who you're going to be on this plane journey that takes us into 2021. And sometimes to be happy, guys, in the life that we want, we have to establish what we want first, so that we're not compromising for others. And I keep getting the word for you, Catherine, compromise, compromise, compromise. So do feel free to comment and do pick the girls' brains as well. I'm gonna bring Jem back on now. If the sound is bad, let me know, because I want her to stay on, but I don't want you leaving because the sound is bad either. Jack, can you take that comment, please?
Yeah, that's quite funny. My ex, Pat Taylor says, my ex always bought me stuff for the house for my birthday and Christmas. I told him it wasn't the house's birthday or Christmas's.
I absolutely love that. Don't forget, as it says at the bottom of the screen, you can read today's issue of Lengro at lengro.co.uk. We would love you to like, follow and share our page. Or right now, we are streaming to all of these ladies' pages. And so we're also on YouTube, making it really easy from my comments where I put the quiz questions up for you to just hit on their names and press like and follow. And tell your friends. You've got friends all around the world now. Let's tell them where we are. I'm in Brighton, London by the Sea in England.
Yeah, and I'm in Hertfordshire.
Takes a bit longer because she's
sorry, me. I'm in Victoria, Australia. Sorry, I was waiting for Gemma. I was never very good at maths.
Okay, so I'm gonna play a little game now as well. Let's have a look. I have got a question I'm going to ask. And what I would like is all of you ladies to have a pen and paper right now. And let's dish out a free reading. But we're just going to see if the Lengro ladies get an answer for it as well. Can I just say on my behalf, ladies, I am not Carol Vorderman. I'm asking the questions because I'd be so bad at the answers. And bought some.
And you think we'll be good at the answers?
Well, I don't know, but I do know that whatever the answer, it'll make Catherine Kelly smile. So it's worth a shot, isn't it, guys? We do not mind. And we're celebrating anyway, because today's the day that Prohibition ended. And otherwise, you know, me and Jem wouldn't be able to go to the Ivy and stuff like that. Well, in the future, when it's safe. Okay, ready. Whoever answers this question correctly first in the comments, you're going to get a card, a free card, okay? Ladies, many pencils are labeled HB. What do the letters HB on a pencil stand for, please?
I know that. Am I meant to answer?
Right, just write it down on your piece of paper.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay. HB. What do the letters H and B? I want you all to Do that for me. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, they're coming up quicker on here as well. Right. So nobody's commenting on here. Come on, guys. What do the letters HB stand for? No one's giving any answers. Okay, it was a hard one. Okay, I'm going to give you this one, the answer to this one. We're going to go again for another one. Hardness and blackness. Hardness and blackness. I'm just looking for another quiz question. We might have to go.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yay.
That's too easy. We're going to find one more.
I don't, Sonia.
But I do know.
Oh, Ruth Townsend got hard black.
Oh, right, then she gets a reading. I was just going to say, if you're having a bad day with all of my strange facts I have scattered around me, don't worry, because you're having a good day in comparison to this person. The longest known record for constipation is 102 days.
Oh, my goodness.
Imagine.
That would
yes.
be terrible.
Yeah, that is hard.
Really
yeah, that's hard.
Okay. Let's have a little look. We are going to do you a card, one card at Sonia Lewis as well. Look at that dog, Jack. Do you want to give a shout out as well to your dogs, to your dogs, the dogs that we follow on Instagram? How's Hugo? How is Stanley?
Stanley and Hugo, yeah, they're up to mischief as usual. They've got all their Christmas outfits ready, so they're all ready for Christmas.
And do you want to tell Shane, who's in Australia, and other people where they can follow Stanley and Hugo and who they are?
So Stanley and Hugo are the dogs. They're my dogs that I have on my page, and every week I bring you their adventures that we're doing. But you can follow them on Instagram at Stanley and Hugo 1. So they've got their own Instagram page. They're fab.
Love it. Can I just say, well, Pat Taylor, that wasn't a joke against a particular person. It was just a very random British joke about the constipation, and I can't say anything else now on a Saturday morning that won't sound wrong from that, can I? So obviously not very nice as well at all. So let's bring up Ruth Townsend then. No, it was Sonia Lewis, wasn't it?
Sonia Lewis, yeah.
Sonia Lewis, the first one. Sonia Lewis, I have the Page of Cups for you. And he comes as a message, and he's played by my uncle, Leo Lengro. One thing about this card, it shows a younger person coming back round and being the person that you want them to be. Is somebody in your life being a bit quieter at the moment? Are they missing a format of life that you provided that's not the same anymore? Give them time. And also with a younger person in your life who's a bit down, again, it's that sense of carrying it on as normal at the moment, to ensure that you give them a normality to want to gravitate towards as well. Catherine Kelly is laughing as well. Let's move on to something else very, very quickly. Let's see what pictures we had for the subjects that we were talking about. We found, let's have a look. Nope, that's not there. Right then, ladies, quickly get me away from what I was talking about.
Well,
Right,
do you know
today-
what? Ruth
Oh, sorry.
Townsend got hard and black. Maybe she could have a card too. Would that be okay?
That would be absolutely fine. Let me do a card for Ruth Townsend.
Is that okay?
Today now.
It's one of those days. What's the moon doing? Is that what's making us all a bit?
As far as the moon is concerned, at the moment we have a new moon on the 14th of December, falls in Sagittarius, but we also have a little bit happening with Jupiter and Saturn as well. If you are in the South Coast like I am, or no matter where you are at the moment, there's some amazing things in our skies, and we got to see Venus as well the other night. So do have a look on your iPads or anything that you've got that can show you what the planets are doing. Here we got Ruth Townsend, the feeling that you want people to grow up and be the father figure that others were to you. Give them time. What we see with this card is he is capable and he will. But every time that you get cards, he also plays the Emperor. This card, you want to be upright, but he's upside down. These cards are powerful. He is capable of it. But what doesn't apply, you're not giving this person time. Okay, we have to go through experiences, and sometimes, it's like wanting to be in Doctor Who and get to the point where they've grown. Men, women, children, whatever, people age as they age. They learn as they learn. You can't expect people to go on a conveyor belt. So Ruth, sit back, kick your heels off. Also for you, education beckoning that you won't want to do. It's necessary. It's necessary to get your finances and the job perfected. That's what I think as well. I'm powered and got my confidence back by my gemstones today, guys. If you like gemstones, do check out the Hands Crystal and Gemstone Pirates Treasure on my main page at clairepetulengro.tv. Gem, bring some sense round to me. Oh, no sound. Nope. Oh, can you all hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, no, just Gem.
It's just Jem.
It's just Gem.
It
Okay.
might be because she plugged her earphones in.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yay. So I want to talk about what the jungle, not the jungle this year, the castle, because it was the first queen of the castle. She was the last woman standing there was about 6, so they went down to half, and she was the last woman. So well done, Giovanna. She's a trooper. But also, we were sitting there watching it yesterday evening, and they were having their final feast. And we then started chatting about what would you pick for your final feast? What would your dinner be? You've been 3 weeks without your luxuries, without your food, your drink that you like. So you pick a starter, a main, and a dessert, and a drink. What would you pick? Any thoughts?
I know mine pretty well.
Go on then, Em. Give us yours first.
I wouldn't actually have like a starter, main, and drink. I'd have like 3 starters. I'd have prawns and avocado. I'd have a dozen oysters, and I'd have chocolate mousse. And my drink would be sparkling wine, and finished off with my chocolate mousse with an espresso martini.
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm coming with you, Em. I might change.
That's easy. That's for every time.
Mussels and cream and white wine with, mind you, I don't know if I'd want mussels when I was in the castle after what you'd have to eat, so I'm not quite sure. Catherine Kelly.
Oh, that was fun. Talking of mussels, Claire. Last night I went to my staff party, and just before the staff party, we were talking about a new restaurant that had opened up in town, and they said, "Oh, they sell these gourmet pizzas."
Yeah.
And I was like, and somebody said, "Oh, do they sell anything else?" And this girl said, "Oh, they sell mussels." And I was like, "Oh, I love mussels, but the last 2 times I ate them, I was really, really sick. So I'm not sure if I'm allergic to them or not."
No.
So anyway, that was at 5:30, the end of my shift. At 6:30, we went to the restaurant, and the only thing on the menu that just made my mouth water was mussels. And I looked over at my lovely colleague and I was like, "Lynn, I'm going to order mussels." And everybody laughed because our doctor's surgery, our local doctor's surgery, was actually having their Christmas party too. And they were like, "Oh, go on then, Emma, try them, because there's 5 or 6 doctors out back. So if you do have a reaction, you'll be fine." So I did. I had the mussels, and yay! No sickness. I am not allergic to them.
Oh, absolutely love that. I still want to know as well. Jack, what about you? What would you have?
Well, I would obviously have champagne.
Yeah.
And for my starter, I would have, I think I'd have prawns and smoked salmon.
Oh,
yeah. And then I would have a good old pie, a nice big chunky pie with triple cooked chips, mushy peas, loads of gravy and ketchup.
No.
And then I would have chocolate profiteroles for dessert.
Oh.
With an espresso martini after that.
I would never have put you down.
We're going to have dinner together, Jackie, really soon.
I would never put her down for a pie girl. I really.
Oh, I love a pie.
Oh my. Okay, Jen, what are you having?
Nice to me too, actually.
Well, this is what we're chatting about. I would have I think I'd have to go for a good old roast dinner for my main, with all the trimmings. And then for a starter, the starter was tricky because Giovanna had bruschetta and it looked amazing. I was like, oh yeah, actually love a bruschetta. So I might go for that. And then something a bit chocolatey, like a chocolatey fudge thing, chocolate brownie with ice cream or profiterole or something like that. And a nice big glass of Prosecco, obviously.
What's with all the pie? I tell you the truth. The truth is, I had something wrong with me when I was younger that was called a hiatus hernia. So your tubes get blocked sometimes when you eat certain foods. Now I can eat a spicy curry as hot as you can make it, but pastry sometimes is not so good for me. So I do respect others. Okay, I really do. Margaret, Sharon there. Margaret Charlton. Sharon is posting her Christmas cards as well. What is the best Christmas present that you've all ever had, though? That's what I want to know. Can you remember the best Christmas present you've ever had? Mine used to be...
a couple of years ago, David bought me, can you see?
Oh, that's beautiful, Jan.
It's a silver necklace. It's a little pea pod. And one pea for each of the kids. So James is a pea and Casey's a pea. I have them now with me all the time.
Oh, how
that's
lovely.
definitely one of my best
gorgeous.
Oh, well, can I just say
so
to
he did redeem himself from the Hoover.
Can you tell the people as well, guys, about the amazing cost-efficient presents that you've been making, the homemade presents, Jem? Because, that was your idea for the theme of Lengro, about homemade and on a budget. What about everyone whose kids are asking them, this morning or tonight if they're in Oz, Mum, I want this, Mum, I want that. How can parents out there get help on a budget? You had some fab ideas, sis.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying. I think it comes from you. I think it comes from you. There is obviously when your kids are watching the telly and the adverts and things come up, and I want that and I want that. But I think I talk about, this would be nice. We could make this for whomever, and we try and do it that way. And you could make this for your friends. And we always try as well when the kids do their Christmas lists and things with Casey. We've always sort of said that actually you don't forget Father Christmas is giving to everybody, so you can't ask for anything too big because how's that going to work with everyone? And Casey then has always kept it quite realistic. She picks felt tip pens, and she these sort of things that nice little things. So we've always kept it quite like that. But yeah, the homemade gifts is definitely something we've just all got a little bit more crafty, and I think that this year, and people are selling, there's more local things to buy, and people selling stuff. It just gives you ideas. So the bake jars are really nice. That was on this week, so that because we can't see everyone, we can't bake our cakes and our cookies for everybody, which I like to do. We're going to put them all in a jar and layer up the ingredients, and you put a pretty ribbon on it, and then you give that as a gift. So you're baking for them, in a way that you can send.
Love it.
That's really nice.
It's things like this. It's things like this that you can make, from body scrubs to cookie mixtures. To absolutely everything else, guys, as well. And I think it is about getting in the Christmas spirit. What we've heard is so many people saying, I'm not in the mood for Christmas. And those people have said that to me. I rang them up, and by the end of the phone call, you've been in a Christmassy mood. Get your tunes on. Let's own it, because this is the start, guys, where we will be making new traditions for the new way that Christmas will be. Why don't you take the traditions that you loved with your family and add them to your own? Be unique. I mean, after all, we all are, aren't we? Right, do you want to take that one? Emma, do you want to take that one?
Okay, my best present from my mum when I was a kid was homemade chocolate lollipops. Oh, so proud to make my family and teachers at school. That is just beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, and the memories that come when you make the presents.
Yeah. Oh, I'm more interested in saying to Ruth, can you send in the recipe for Lengro Kitchen? That sounds amazing, doesn't it? As a Christmas food. Indeed. And it's about making the best of what you've got. You know, I've got really, really good memories. I've had no money. I've had lots of money. And the thing I remember most is my grandmother sort of, and the moments when you're sitting around and you might not have as much, and what you have to do when you haven't got the cinema to be able to afford to go to, or the TV to watch, etc. And that's the times when I learned the most about my family. And I think in this lockdown, talking, you know, people are studying their family too. Don't go on the computer to find out your family tree. Call those relations, you know, even, and make up with those that you fell out with. But design your own life, guys, because for me as an astrologer and a clairvoyant, this Jupiter Saturn conjunction, it means you're resetting, and this is the month it happens. So trust me and be the best version of you. You know,
I think also, Claire, a lot of people have lost people. Like I've lost people. So Christmas is always the hardest time. And I talk about it in the magazine this week about grief. And I think what you have to do at Christmas is change things around. Don't stick to your same sort of routine. Have Christmas dinner at a different time. And also think about the person that you've lost. And don't try and forget about them or put them out of your mind. Sort of, you know, embrace it. We have little photos of people that we've lost that we've put up on the Christmas tree in little frames. So they're still a part of the celebration. And we just raise a toast at, you know, at Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
So, you know, just do different things and keep in, you know, if you're on your own, keep in touch with other people. Don't lose that sort of contact. That's really important as well.
Yeah. Can you read and reply to Sharon, please?
Yep. Sharon says, I've had my tree up since November. Watching the movies gives us hints. So yesterday I started a Christmas tradition with me and my son putting a Christmas ornament on the tree every year. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, we get a new tree ornament every year. It's good.
Jen,
And this year we bought
one.
Yeah, and this year we bought a little robin, because we're convinced that my nanny comes to visit us. When we go out walking and things like that, a little robin comes, or in the garden, there's a little robin that always comes, and we're convinced that it's my grandmother. And so this year we were in the garden centre and we saw, and I was like, we need to get a little robin. So this year we've bought a little robin to sit on our tree, and that's like my nanny that's going to sit right, sits right on the top of our tree.
Absolutely love that as well. Listen, Fiona, I am going to be in the private members club later doing readings and lessons and things. But you're saying, can I ask you, do I have any messages? I've been seeing a lot of angels numbers, 11.11. Obviously, we had a really important palindrome the other day on the 2nd, I think it was. And so what they say about palindromes is they are momentous occasions. Make from that what you will. What is it that you need to be concentrating on? What are you supposed to notice? That's what palindromes do. They draw your attention. Maybe use a pendulum. We have got pendulums coming in stock next week as well. Love a good pendulum reading. And I will be on to do some in the weeks ahead. There's just so much to do, girls, isn't there?
There certainly is.
So much to do.
I love that. Can you take that one, please, as well, Jem? From the lovely Catherine.
I always make a toast at dinner, Christmas Day, for absent friends and family. Absolutely, always raise a toast. Cheers to that.
Well, let's have a look. Can you take that? I'll take it. Sharon, you lost your brother a few years ago. God bless you, beautiful, and your beautiful mum last September. And Christmas does make me upset, but I'm thinking my mum loved Christmas. So I'm celebrating it with remembering my mum and beautiful memories. And I think there's a time to be sad, but I think as well, I don't think your mum or your brother would have wanted you to have Christmas where it's ruined because of them, because that's clearly not what they taught you. So, you know, there are moments when songs will stir you, but you know what? Come and grab hold of some lives, or watch back some lives, or read Lengro, because every one of us in Lengro, we fill different positions in the magazine, which all together endorses you, because we're just like you guys, and there's always someone here that you can connect with as well.
Yeah.
So, ladies, going to sign off with messages from you all. Over to you, Gems.
Well, actually, that last comment's just made me think of it. I can't remember how the quote goes exactly, but isn't it? It's something about, as much as it's sad, how lovely it is to feel that you can miss someone, that you loved someone so much that it was hard to say goodbye. Something
Winnie
like that,
the
isn't it, the
Pooh.
quote?
Yeah, that's Winnie the
That
Pooh.
sentiment, how great it is to have someone that you loved so much that you feel so sad to have lost them. So try and remember the happy times, remember those good things, because that really is what matters, and hold on to those, hold on to them tightly.
And can I also just ask you for your Dr. Seuss quote for the mothers whose children will be demanding presents of them?
He says, the Grinch says something like, Christmas perhaps doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas is something a little bit more. Something like that.
Oh,
That's lovely. It's actually on the page. You can read the whole quote and Gemma's page at lengro.co.uk.
I'm trying to find it.
It's a very late hour in Oz, my beautiful.
Oh, well, you know, everybody, I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Enjoy your Saturday. Have a fantastic weekend. And we'll catch up again with you on Wednesday. Good night.
It is indeed. It's nearly midnight in Oz. Jack, what are you doing today? And I am going to say something that you won't like, but I hope that you understand I do it because I love you. As you may know, Jack lost her husband. And today is her wedding anniversary, and he's no longer here. So can I raise a cup of tea and say that when I finished my live on Derek's page at 9, I will be calling you and making you have a glass of champagne with me. We raise our cups, ladies. Could you give some love to Jack, who is married to the most amazing man who helped make her who she is, and just say to Ted, and some love hearts, please, to sign off on Lengro. You all know how much you need support, and let's hope that Jack celebrates it as well. And what can we learn, guys? If we have a good cry, does it really matter? It really doesn't. It's about feeling whatever emotion you feel, because they're here for a reason. I've had great fun this morning, haven't you?
Yeah,
Good.
We've had lots of amazing quotes. I'm just waiting. Cheers, Jack. I'm not going yet. I want to see some of your
Cheers,
comments
Catherine.
as well. And just tell us quickly what you're
I found
doing.
my quote. I found the Dr. Seuss quote.
Okay.
Here it goes. Maybe. Here goes. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
You got it right the first time, Gem. You clever thing.
Yeah, it was pretty close, wasn't it? That's not bad going.
Absolutely. Pat Taylor, a lovely live. Lots of kisses coming through.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
That is what I want to see, a little bit more of that, please, guys, because these ladies work so hard to bring this show to you. And isn't it true, guys? We're on issue 28, I think it is.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, I like it.
Yes,
Like
29 coming out next week. Yes, I think so.
Exactly.
It's a really good week for me next week, because I can say it's my 29th birthday, whereas really it's the magazines. I don't have to say I'm 49. So that's really good as well. Pat,
Thank you,
Pat.
your love as well. You all know what it's like, and I'm sure you've got plenty going on in your own life as well. I will see you later. Don't know when, don't know where, but definitely on Derek's main page at 8. Get in the club if you don't. There we go. Yep, absolutely.
And join us on Instagram.
All of you as well. We love you guys as well, Linda. Thank you for the hearts. I know they're for Jack. Families come and go and they change, guys, and the dynamics change. You've got to move with the times. Life cannot possibly stay as it is. So remember as well for me today, remember to enjoy the journey and not just the destination. Here is a little banner for you to go out on. Love to you all. See you soon.